Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, in the previous lecture we have discussed about some aspects of mineral nutrition. We have seen on the basis of quantity required by the plants, we have two categories of these essential elements, that is macronutrients and micronutrients. Now today we will take up the rules of these macro and micronutrients. We have seen that the essential elements which are 17 in number, essential elements, they perform several functions. They participate in various metabolic processes in the plants, such as permeability of the cell membranes, maintenance of osmotic concentration of cell sap, electron transport system, buffering actions, enzymatic activity, and act as major constituents of macromolecules and coenzymes, as I have already told you in the previous lecture. Now today we will take up the various forms and functions of these essential nutrient elements. We will take up the various essential forms in which these nutrients are taken by the plants, and we will also see their functions. First we will see the various forms in which plants take these nutrients, and then we will see their functions. What is their role in the growth and development of the plant? First we will take nitrogen. This nitrogen, this is the most important essential element required by the plants in greatest amounts, that is in maximum quantity. And out of the 17 essential elements, the element which is required by the plants in maximum quantity, in greatest amounts, is the nitrogen. Now this nitrogen, it is generally taken by the plant in three forms: nitrate, nitrite, and ammonia. But these plants, they take this nitrogen mostly in the form of nitrate. Mainly it is taken in the form of nitrate, though some also take up it in the form of nitrite or ammonia. And nitrogen is required by all parts of plant. All parts of plants require this nitrogen. All the parts of the plant require this nitrogen. That is root, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits. But particularly this nitrogen is required by meristematic tissues. And metabolically active cells. Now, although this is required by all the parts of the plant, but particularly is required by meristematic tissues and metabolically active cells. And this nitrogen, it is one of the major constituents of proteins, nucleic acids, vitamins, and hormones. And the four major and most important components of all the living organisms, that is protein, nucleic acids, vitamins, and hormones. The major constituent of these organic substances is nitrogen. And this is the form and role of nitrogen in the plants. That is, it is the element which is required by the plants in the greatest amount, that is in maximum quantity. It is taken by the plant in three forms: nitrate, nitrite, and ammonia. But mostly it is taken in the form of nitrate. This nitrogen required by all the parts of the plant, that is root, stem and leaves, but mostly it is particularly it is important for mesosomatic tissues and metabolically active cells of the plant. This nitrogen it forms, it is one of the major constituents of proteins, nucleic acids, vitamins and hormones. Now second element, that is phosphorus. This phosphorus, it is absorbed by the plants from the soil in the form of phosphate ions, and this is absorbed by the plants from the soil in the form of phosphate ions, that is PO4 2 negative. Phosphate ions, this is taken by the plant in the form of phosphate ions, either as H2PO4 negative or HPO4 2 negative. Mostly we write down PO4 2 negative, that is phosphate ions. This phosphorus is an important constituent of cell membranes. This is an important constituent of cell membranes. Certain proteins, not all proteins contain phosphorus, but certain proteins they also contain phosphorus, but this is the most important constituent of cell membranes. All nucleic acids, we have seen in nucleic we have phosphoric acid that is made of phosphate, and nucleotides. This phosphorus, it is required for all the phosphorylation reactions. And all the phosphorylation reactions, that is photophosphorylation, oxidative phosphorylation, NADPH formation, in all these processes, all these reactions, this phosphorus is required by the plant. Now the third element, that is potassium. This potassium, it is another important essential element of the plant. It is absorbed as potassium ions. That is K positive.